Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have the tournament finals of the Open Arena tournament for the evening, hosted by myself and ALT-Stracraft. We are having a good old-fashioned time here. It is PswMystic and SS uGpSS going to be battling it out. It's going to be a Protoss versus Zerg here. Best of 5. Got to love it. Beginning here on Tal'Darim Altar, of all places to begin. Who loves Tal'Darim Altar? Press 1. Press 1 if you love Tal'Darim Altar. If you think it is Imba, press 2. We shall see. I'd like just to see some people's opinions on that. But it is going to be SS spawning in the top left-hand corner as our green Protoss down here in the bottom left. It is Mystic. He is our purple Zerg. Scouting here for SS will commence, as well as him appearing to go for a Forge Past Expand. Not a bad little deal. Looks like Mystic is going to be cruising in the incorrect direction with his Overlord. And SS going in the correct direction with his probe. So good scouting there. Lucky for him. He will gather just a little bit of early intel. We'll see if Mystic going to open with a hatchery here, or if he's going to open with a pool. Very interested to see that. 14 supply. It's either going to be pool right now, or looks like he is going to open with a pool. So extractor, and followed, I would assume, very closely by a pool. Now we do see this probe here from SS getting into his opponent's base, trying to be as pesky as possible, trying to keep this mineral field from getting mined. I love it. It's a longer distance between some, so he's trying to keep this one. See, it's doubled up on the long one when really Mystic wants it doubled up on this one. He stalled the mining there. Good stuff there. But spawning pool has gone down, so Mystic is going to be opening with his pool. Appears to be in great shape. Look at that, man. He's really done a lot of work keeping this mineral field completely unmined. Wow. Does take a little bit extra work. Now, because of his scouting, somehow it feels okay to go ahead and take his early Nexus. So he does go for a 15 Nexus, rather. And SS also going to be starting with his Forge. He's got to get that sucker down. Now, in production for Mystic, spawning pool just now finishing his... Or is just now finishing the spawning pool, I should say. And grabbing metabolic speed boost. He is going to be grabbing 4 lings. 4 lings not going to be able to do tons here, but looks like SS will have a wall off completed in time. Seems to be in pretty good shape. So I just want to mention that, you know, the question that I asked earlier for the live stream watchers is whether or not they believe that this map is good. Press 1 if if not, if you think it's imbalanced, press 2. So we got 1 and 2 from one guy, 1 and 2 from second guy, and then our third person said over 9,000. So apparently he thinks that it's imbalanced to the tune of like 9,000 instead of 2. So it is what it is. But I mean, it's definitely got some intricate things that people need to think about. But the one thing I really like about the map is that it's got some unique things that you don't find anywhere else. I like this ramp, the positioning of this ramp in correspondence to this hatchery here. It makes a big difference, and I mean, look at that. So here we're kind of guarding the top side of this ramp right here in this position, but the rest of this wall is over here, and it makes a big difference for Protoss. You can't really wall off like this from here to there. But there's some other things that work with that make me actually quite appreciate this map in many regards. And if MLG thinks it's relatively balanced, I guess we'll, I don't know, we'll stick with it for a little while. Until they take it out of that map pool, we'll consider it balanced for now. Cybernetics core is going down here for SS. Appears to be in pretty good time. Let's just check in on the economies here. 29 probes for SS. My goodness, he is beefing his economy up to the nth degree. 21 drones right now for Mystic. Slightly behind, not by too much. He is currently working on his destructible rocks. Going to be seeing a third from him here fairly soon in this position, I would assume. Good stuff. Looks like Mystic going to be happily injecting larvae here. He's trying to catch up here, I assume, economically. You see he's got a lot of drones in production. It's about all he's doing right now, droning up. There we go. We see it starting to even out there just a little bit, but SS still on top of it. He's going to be working on his cybernetics core, that warp gate technology, as well as ground weapons level 1. He's continuing to chrono boost both of those upgrades out. Do have that photon cannon at the ready. Nobody here guarding this little gap, strangely. He's going to toss down a second photon cannon here just in case, as well as another pylon. Interesting play. And back here at the back, we do see 3 gateways going down for SS. And his economy rocking and rolling. He is just on the 2 base for now. Mystic did destroy these rocks, but still no 3rd base from him quite yet. So I'm a little bit mystified there. We do have, however, a lair going down, and he has got a lot of gas mining, so could see some tech out of him here very, very shortly. Could be mutas, could be festers. Take your pick, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, if you guys would like to guess at what he is going, I would sure love to hear your guesses. What do you think Mystic is going to be teching to? That is your question. Look at all these spine crawlers going down here for Mystic. He's really got a nice looking defense pattern going on here. Going to be pretty good. No spore crawlers quite yet. Of course, there is no need. SS currently is not going air. He's just putting down gateways as well as a Twilight Council. There is a potential for DT, so where spore crawlers would be a necessity, but so far so good. He appears to be in good shape. It is going to be infestors. Woohoo! Just now noticed that. Looks like I should have noticed it a little while ago. But infestors it is. We do that and have an infestation pit going down. And about to complete. Yeah, oh, I do want to mention, this is a great point. C Columns out on the live stream is pointing this out. He says, well, there's only part of it I really want to part out, but sometimes it's a survival thing on a Forge Fast Expand. And he says, nobody ever said Forge Fast Expand was easy. Now that's a really great point. Forge Fast Expand is a delicate build order. It's one where you really are focusing on getting your economy out, for obviously. Getting that economy beefed up in a big way. And so you've got to be very, very careful in your defense. If your defense fails, which quite frankly, an aggressive player can put a lot of pressure on you. I mean, you can really lose your game very, very quickly with a Forge Fast Expand. So I think that's a great point that he brings up. But anyway, it looks like we do have some more scouting going on here. Mystic going to be cruising back here to the back side of the base. However, SS at the ready with some stalkers there. Checking that out. We do see that Overseer having to back out. He's going to cruise around back to the back side. We do see the Templar Archives going down. That is going to be nice. Tech pattern here for SS. I'm going to assume at this point it's going to be Archons from that first... Oh, no, he's grabbing Storm right now. There he goes. Mystic going to cruise in there for just a moment, trying to poke in and out. Blink is complete. No charge on the way quite yet. I actually kind of would like to see charge, especially if he is going to have some Archons mixed in there eventually. We do have one Changeling cruising around in the army. He's like, man, there's no Zealots in this army. I can't blend in. That's not fair, huh? Absolutely not fair, but looks like SS going to be cruising out to his foreground outside of his ramp there. I'm going to be cruising around, going to blind some towers here apparently for just a moment. And taking a leap forward. See what he's got planned here with these Blink Stalkers. He does have +2 complete on these units. Storm is about to be complete back at home. We do have a Spire down for Mystic. We'll see how that's going to go. His third also complete. No mining taking place there quite yet, but SS just currently clearing out the towers, slowing his opponent's economy down a little bit there. We do have a bunch of burrowed infestors cruising around now. Looks like they are looking for some stalkers to pop out and fungal. Wouldn't that be a nice play? Back over here at the backside of Mystic's base, SS is gearing up for a potential blink up to the high ground, I would assume. He does have his observer here, and indeed he is. Looks like Mystic will be caught off guard there for just a moment. And some of these stalkers do make it up to the high ground. Get ready for fungals. There they go. Not a good deal. Fungals do stop these guys from moving, including Blink. Chain fungals working very, very well. That gives these Lings free reign on SS army. Wow. Brutal stuff there. SS losing almost his entire force. He's like, wait, I've got this Warp Prism. I thought we were going to have more fun here. But the Warp Prism, sadly, is going to have to back out. However, he does have a pretty decent force here. No charge on the way for him quite yet. I still like to see charge. Both of these players actually floating quite a few minerals, strangely. Looks like SS is going to gear up for his third. And C-Calm's calling it before. Wow, I'm sitting here watching the stream, seeing when C-Calms calls this. He says, this blink push is so risky. He's going to get demolished if he doesn't go home. And I think we saw exactly that. His entire army was obliterated. And now Mystic is in this phenomenal position where he's got a great tech pattern. These infestors, blink, not going to happen here. We see that chain fungal going down. We should see some good storms here. Good storms indeed are exactly what we need. The storm is very, very helpful there. Looks like Mystic is going to have to back out. Do see some blink going down. We'll see if he's going to be able to catch these guys. He needs to get some observers over in that position. But you can actually see them. There's still an animation on the ground. It looks like kind of rubble flying up and down. You can still storm the heck out of these guys. So I would have liked to have actually seen him storm there. And C-Calm says, I know what I'm talking about, don't worry. Yeah, there's always a little bit of lag, but yeah, he absolutely does. So good stuff. Do see some Zealots cruising in here. However, they do not attack air, and these Mutalisks will be able to clean them up. Mystic going to go ahead and toss down a 4th base in really good time. SS gearing up for a big push. The supply count's actually fairly even here. Mystic, I don't know. I mean, what has he got here for defense? He's got a lot of mutas. +1 is about to be complete on these guys, but he's really going to have to rely on his infestors, I think, at this point. I would like to see some more lings and possibly some roaches out on the field here. But the spine crawlers also will be relatively helpful, but it looks like SS doesn't want to engage the spine crawlers quite yet. I don't know, maybe he does. I would actually rather see him go take down this 4th or maybe even this 3rd here. The 3rd doesn't have quite the defenses that natural does, so it looks like he is going to go for that here. Not a bad little play. Mystic cruising over there. He's got a bunch of lings, a bunch of infestors. Going to see some good fungals here, I assume. More fungals going down. And a decent little storm there. Oh, feedbacks on the infestors, killing those suckers off. No more energy for you, says SS. And it looks like this is a very, very even trade here. Both of these armies disappearing, man. My goodness. But great job there from SS. Those, I think that, you know, that all in all, those were better losses for him. But the sad thing is that moving forward, Mystic does have the ability to remax an army just a little bit quicker here. SS is, however, going to be going for another attack immediately. He's got a bunch more Blink Stalkers cruising out across this map. Looks like he does want to try and make this happen here. And wow, Mystic is going to evacuate this position here. Hatchery going for the snipe here, I think, is a smart move from SS, trying to keep his opponent with less mining bases than is comfortable. This 4th mining base was super key for him. So taking that one down, it's going to put him on 3 mining base right now. Here comes a Zergling run by. Looks like they'll be able to do a decent amount of damage. Here comes a couple of your mutas to try and get into the mix as well. They did take out 1 photon cannon, not quite enough, but they do have, I think, pretty well free reign on this for just a moment. Oh no, there's plenty of cannons here. Take that back. Take it back. Oh, let's see. Killer Productions asking me a question out of the live stream. He wants to know what is good. I'll tell you, brother. It is AJ Stevens Jamaican style ginger beer. It is phenomenal. I just got done with a bottle of that between casts. Looks like we're going to see SS going for another counter, maybe? No, we are not. Mutas with their +1 going to be cruising in here, taking out those photon cannons. Looks like they are going to be able to deny this mining base here for just a little while. Oh my goodness! SS with no response time on these probes. They do all die. Indeed, indeed. That is not a good situation. These Blink Stalkers trying to make it in here, but there's a lot of spine crawlers here. So many spines. And that's going to be difficult for them to go through. Even with their blink, it's going to take some time. Good fungal's going to be going down here. We got a couple infestors. Probably going to see some infestarians here before the day is up. Good burrow taking place, and he is going to evac here. Mystic cruising in. He does have quite a few Zerglings and Mutalisks. Oh my goodness, but those storms obliterating these mutas. Is he going to have enough? It does not look like it. The Stalker's going to be taking them all down. The mutas disappearing. Great play there from SS, who is currently still pushing this attack. He has finally made it through that spine crawler forest, and there's your GG. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Oh my goodness, what a great game. Turning it around. SS doing a phenomenal job. Thank you guys for coming out. Don't know time. Always on Starcraft. I'll see you guys in game number 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 of this best of 5 final is headed your way. It is Mystic and SS. These guys battling it out now on dual site. Lovely map here. It is a 2-player map, and it is going to be Mystic spawning as our purple Zerg. He is kicking it over here at the left side of the map. On the right side, it is SS. He is our green Protoss. I'll tell you what, man, this has been an exciting final thus far. I don't expect it to change either. These guys are both phenomenal players and really going to be putting in a lot of effort here. Now, I do want to mention very quickly that in our finals is where the cash is so far on these open tournaments. Just the 2 places for now. Hopefully we'll be able to secure some sponsors here shortly and start to increase the prize pools of this tournament, as well as our monthly tournament, which this current tournament, the Open, is becoming a feeder for. First place does secure an invite to that tournament. We're going to keep it elitist. For now, it will have a cap of 32 players, so only 32 invites will be extended to people out in the community. And the best way to get one is to be winning one of these nightly tournaments, either the Open or the Pro Arena. They take place on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturday nights, 6:15 p.m. Well, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So go check that stuff out. Currently, it is SS starting off with a standard opener. He does have his pylon and gateway going down there for a little bit of a wall off. And doing some scouting here as well. We're going to see what appears to be a good old-fashioned spawning pool opener from Mystic. SS does catch wind of this. And we'll see how that's going to go for him. I don't assume... Well, we can assume one thing. Mystic is going to grab fast, lean speed. That we can assume for now for Mystic. We'll check back on him on just a moment. Yikes, I got those ins and ons mixed up there. SS, though, going for his early gas there. Got that down well before the 3-minute mark, so 2 very early gas. Looks like he doesn't have it saturated, so probably just doing that to make sure that his opponent did not steal it, is my guess at this point. But Cybercore is going to go down here for SS. Appears to be a very standard opener. There he goes. He's going to go ahead and saturate his gas. So we could see some serious tech out of him momentarily. Back over here, we do see Mystic cruising across this field with his Overlord. Looks like it only took him 3.5 minutes to get across the field there. What a wonderful scouting job he has done. Congratulations, Shen the Overlord. You have made our day, buddy. It looks like SS is in position to block an expansion here. But a couple Ling is going to stop that party. SS not able to get the block down, and now his probe is indeed in trouble. Good control there from Mystic. Is going to get the... Oh, almost got the surround there. Almost. Looks like SS does have the slight potential of getting this guy out of there. Down he goes. Too bad it happens, but looks like SS does have a nice little wall up here. He's got a sentry out on the field and going to be grabbing his warp gate technology, but currently chrono boosting out his sentries. Wants to go heavy sentry here. I assume that means that we're going to see an expansion from him here momentarily. Wants to get himself on 2 base as quickly as he can. Back here at Mystic's base, we do have that natural. Looks to be a little bit over 50% complete, and no new tech from him. He did, however, stall gas production right at 100, just enough to get that metabolic speed boost, which is finishing up right now. 2 queens out on the field. One going to be headed down here to the natural. Mystic shaping up to be in phenomenal style. Very even economies here. Looks like a slight advantage for SS. Nope, it just evened out. So Mystic going to be gearing up for a strong economy now, especially that he's got that second base about to finish. Queen going to be down here for Inject Larva, and we're going to see Mystic, I think, take an economic lead as we move forward. Back here at the main and natural of SS, we do have that Nexus going down in great time, and a good bunch of sentries. Should be okay for defense. Another gateway going to go down there, starting to work on a wall off between the ramp and his Nexus. Always a good idea on this map. Still does 2 gas working in his favor. Should have plenty of sentries out on the field. Another one on the way. They're going to have plenty of energy, plenty of DPS. The sentries actually do pretty good damage. The weapon speed is 1, 6 damage. It's not bad for each second. At a range of 5, plus the force fields are super useful. What a great unit the sentry is. SS going to be walling that off pretty dang tight, actually, man. Pretty dang tight indeed. Actually would have liked to have seen that pylon go down here and then put down a cannon in this position. But that's okay. Still not too bad. He didn't have the forge out quite yet, so that works for me for now. Back here at Mystic's base, we do have a spine crawler going down in pretty good time. He does have his inject larva going very, very happily, as well as now some creep spread. So should be good stuff. Do have a roach worn out, so that is the tech for now. We'll see if he's going to switch that up at all, but he is going to be starting to produce some roaches, 3 of which will be out on the field momentarily. Tiny Spider, do not buy that monitor that you showed me. You need to buy an ASUS monitor. They're a better deal, they last longer, and you can get them for like $30 cheaper. Go to tigerdirect.com and look up ASUS monitor. That's what you want to try. Alright, cool. So SS is going to be cruising out across the field. Look at that. He's going to catch Mystic off guard there. It was like a dual push. Kind of more of a scouting extravaganza for Mystic, but he is going to be backing out here. We do have good creep spread going down both of these avenues here for Mystic so far. I'll probably go ahead and connect those here momentarily. But 3 spine crawlers, I like that positioning there. Except I probably would put one maybe right here, do a little triangle type deal. That will help you just in case you do get a back door there. But looks like SS is going to be pushing this attack. Oh, this could be interesting. That is a lot of force fields. A lot of force fields indeed. We do have a pylon going down on the low ground. Oh, 1 sentry, 2 sentries going down. Good force fields there. There we go. Looks like you should be able to clean this out. But he is going to back out. But that's a hefty loss. You got to be careful. And he is going to lose this pylon here. Looks like SS going to be cruising around the back side here. Oh my goodness, spine crawlers at the ready. Nice force fields there. Looks like SS is going to have to evac though. Let's just check in on that units tab. 43 to 45. Wow, the harvester count is extremely even at this point. Mystic, however, staying on his Roach Warren tech. He does not have any... well, actually, he does have one upgrade. There it is right there. Evo Chamber, missile attacks level 1. He is also going to be grabbing a Hydralisk Den, kind of an interesting play, as well as a 3rd base. Now this is in very, very good time here for Mystic, and I do believe that this is going to work in his favor. Yeah, ASUS. Yeah, ASUS, that's right. Thanks, Mega Good Kid. No, don't get Acer. ASUS. You want ASUS. Cool, but the robotics facility is going to be pumping out a observer. That's good. Do you see a photon cannon going down here? Going to be blocking that ramp, but here comes your attack. 2 Zerglings cruising in there. Weren't able to get tons of damage done. And Chrono Boost going down on the forge. +1 weapons is about to be complete. We do have Blink on the way as well for SS. Twilight Council there working on that blink. I mean, we should be in pretty good shape here momentarily. Notice the supply counts are still very, very even for these guys. Not too bad at all. Robotics going to be working on Immortals. A great play here versus these roaches. There's quite a few roaches out on the field. We do have your spine crawlers cruising down here. Looks like they're going to go defend the 3rd here of Mystics. Mystic just with those roaches out for now. He's going to be getting a lot of Hydralisks. Mystic with his Overseer should be in phenomenal shape here. But so far it's a holding pattern. Mystic going to start taking, I would think, at this point, a supply lead. He is going to be tossing down another hatchery. It is going to be a macro hatch, however. But all in all, I mean, I think he's going to be gearing up for a good, solid defense. And we do see SS cruising out across the field. Let's just check that units tab one more time. 63 drones to 53 of SS there. And but SS with a pretty good little army. He's got +1 completed on these guys. But here comes your attack. It's going to come down to force fielding here. Good force fields there. I like them quite a bit. And backing up there just a little bit. Should be able to take all those units out there fairly quickly. Good stuff. Going to cruise up here to the high ground potentially. I think is a smart move. And then he can put these guys down on the low ground. Oh, he didn't quite make it in time. Going to need to see some good force fields. There we go. Great force fielding yet again. Being very cost effective there. Well, those two a little bit waste, but that's not too bad. Mystic with a very, very solid supply lead, though. DTs are going to be on the way, I just want to mention that real quick. Good force fields here yet again. Looks like he should have blocked that spot right there as well. There we go. Now we got some serious trappage going on. Taking out quite a few of those Hydras. Those are very expensive losses right now for Mystic. And you can see there for just a moment the supply count evening up just a little bit. But Mystic going to be taking that lead here yet again. He's got 13 more Hydras in production. Still no more upgrades for him. I would like to see some more upgrades, as well as I would like to see SS go ahead and take an expansion. Nice force fields here. This is phenomenal play. I'm liking this quite a bit from SS. He is going to be cruising in here, going to do as much damage as he possibly can, but going to keep this spot here blocked. That's a lot of units going to be kept at bay. These guys are going to have to take the long way around. Indeed they do, and coming up from behind, going to be pretty nice though. But look at the supply count now favoring SS. He is taking out quite a few units. Going to stop Hydralisk production there and blocking this army yet again. Wow, great push here from SS. Mystic in a little bit of trouble. He is going to be losing this hatchery here momentarily. Whoa. Great play here. Mystic trying to make this defense happen, but SS now at 122 to 83 supply. This army is just killing. 18, 19 kills on one Immortal. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This push from SS was so great. Taking out that expansion. Now it's going to be cruising up to the main. No defenses here. Almost none whatsoever. And cruise up he does. Look at these. +2 on these guys. And this is just absolutely killer here. Looks as though game 2 may go in favor of SS here momentarily. Queen's going to get sniped. That is even going to slow down Mystic even more at this point. A couple roaches out on the field trying to get some kills here. But SS just taking the sucker down. What has he got over here? Oh my goodness, it's even more. It does not matter. There's your GG. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game 2 going to SS. We'll be going into Game 3 here in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We've got Game 3 in this Best of 5 coming at you. And currently it is match point for SS. Our Protoss player showing an absolute phenomenal amount of strength. Mystic, really great player here. But man, he is struggling versus SS. His playstyle here, he really likes getting 2 base, likes to put a lot of pressure on off 2 base. I don't blame him. That's pretty nice stuff. Is a good type of way to be treating it. Killer Productions wanting to know what type of headset I use. It is a Thermal Take Black Ops Edition. I'll show you guys on the live stream here after the tournament. But Mystic going to be spawning at our 8 o'clock position. He has our purple Zerg. They are in close air positions. SS going to be spawning as our green Protoss. Looks like he is about to get scouted here by Mystic. Currently sending out a scout of his own. This probe is going to make it up into this base, so we're going to know exactly what's going on here from these players here in just a moment. Wall-off going to be going down here for SS. It appears... Gateway. All right. Gateway going down. Looks like Mystic got 15 supplies, so I'm going to have to assume hatch this time, which is kind of interesting. Usually he goes for his pool first. He goes gas, then pool. Looks like he is going to go for his expansion right now on Metalopolis. Now, he did choose this map, so hopefully he's going to be super comfortable here. SS, with his wall off, though, should be in pretty decent shape early game, but we'll see. I mean, it looks like Mystic is gearing up for what I'm guessing is a pretty decent macro-style play here for just a little while. Double gas going down here for SS. Wow, very quickly. And Mystic is going to be scouting this. We'll see what he's going to suspect off of this play, but he does scout both those going down. We do have a Cyber Core going down as well. Nothing from the Gateway quite yet. Probably going to see a Zealot queued up here in just a little while. But not really. Actually, I take that back. You know what? He's scouting his opponent here. He sees the timing of the spawning pool. There's no real reason to rush into it. So, no real reason, none whatsoever. And so we'll see what he's going to do from here. But SS is going to be cruising down here with his probe. Maybe to the back side of this base. Nope. Oh, he's not. Not quite yet. Cyber Core going to be complete here for SS. I assume we're going to start working on some Stalkers. Yep, good stuff. Stalkers going down, and we do have that Warp Gate technology going down as well. No chrono on it quite yet. We'll see where he's going to go from here, but it looks like he may go for some tech. Considering that double gas, no chrono on this warp gate technology. And yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things. But continuing to chrono boost out Stalkers. Double Stalkers now out on the field. Mystic does not have much in the way of defense. 2 Lings out on the field. Just 2. And they are about to run up against a Stalker. This guy is on a move. Zergling kill. Almost. Too bad. Looks like he is going to have to go find somebody else to kill, but he is continuing forward. 8 Zerglings in production there very, very quickly there from Mystic. Knows that something is up. Does not want to get caught off guard. Looks like your Stalker is going to be doing as much damage as possible. But the Zergling is about to be out on the field. His kiting is going to have to be very, very good to keep him alive. Here comes Stalker number 2. 2 Stalkers together do a pretty dang good job, man. This is a nice little combination. Double Stalk does come down to good micro, however. Looks like he is going to be kiting here. Doing some good damage. Taking out a couple Lings. Keeping these guys alive. This guy is getting a little bit low on HP. Both of them are now. And here comes a 3rd Stalker. Good kiting indeed. Keeping all of them alive. Super cost effective right now from SS. Great micro. That's phenomenal stuff. And cruising in here. Looks like he's going to try and get a potential snipe on the Queen there. Good kiting, however, is keeping these guys alive. Look at that. This guy's down to 20 HP. Is starting to recharge that shield. Looking pretty good. But here comes some Lings. Speed is now complete on these suckers. And that is going to help them and really enable them to take these guys down. Looks like SS going to have to back himself into a corner. If possible, take out as many of these units as he can. They are definitely all going to die now that Speed is out on the field. So he almost got out of there in time. Looks like he may have got just a little bit greedy. All in all, not too bad. We do have some sentries here. He's got to block this ramp. Block, block, block. Oh, we are in trouble. Oh, he blocked it off with the pylon. That works. That works for now. What do we have up here? Sentry. These sentries pretty safe right there. Wow, and a great defense there from SS. Another good, well-placed force field. Looks like one sentry is going to go down. Sad, sad, sad. And another. Now these Zerglings with free reign here. Taking out the pylons. Nexus probably not going to go down, but you know what? At the same time, we don't have any real way for SS to get out of his base here. So actually, you know what? The Nexus probably will go down, and that is going to be no fun. Look at this. Zerglings are in the base as well. Good force field, going to keep a bunch of them out. Probes having to be pulled here. SS on his last leg. He's really having to defend with everything he's got at this point. Is he going to get another force field down to defend here? Yes, he does. Nicely done. Looks like he is going to back these guys out for just a moment. Guess what? They're going to take this opportunity to go and focus down this Nexus. We got one more force field at the ready. He's going to need at least one more if he wants to continue to block this ramp, but it looks like he cannot wait. Going to try and take out these Zerglings. Good force field there. Keeping these guys a little bit safer. Oh man, he cannot lose these sentries. Barely holding on to these sentries. 4 HP on that guy. And it looks like this Nexus is still at risk of going down. Here comes more Lings. Good force fielding here yet again, but still at risk of losing this expansion. And notice that Mystic just streaming Lings out across this map. He is, however, grabbing a Roach Warren, so he's starting to transition here just a little bit. Lings getting right in the mix here. Looks like they are going to take out maybe a couple sentries. That is a great snipe for him at this point. A lot of Lings out on the field. Mystic now on his solid 2-base play has denied SS his expansion. Appears to be in phenomenal shape. Good force fields there. Going to keep these sentries alive. Doing a great job. What can I tell you? We do have that 5th gate. 5 gates complete here. He's continuing to chrono boost these guys out. We'll see if he's going to transition here. He's probably got to figure out how to get out of his base now. So probably going to see him take down a pylon. But he is going to be cruising out across the map with some Zealots and some Sentries. Zealot Sentry, not a bad combo here. Good force fields going down. Looks like the Zealots will be doing a lot of damage here as well. Good couple Roaches going to be cruising up to the high ground. Smart play here from Mystic. Very, very smart play. SS could be in a lot of trouble. Notice he did lose a lot of those sentries. down to just 3. They're getting surrounded here by Lings. A bunch of roaches cruising out here. And SS maybe on his last leg. He's got a couple more units back here that he just warped in. Those Stalkers, looks like they're going to have to back out here, and he's going to be stuck on one base here as he moves forward. Mystic going to be cruising forward with a bunch of roaches. Transition for him is going to be Burrow. Interesting play. I like it, as well as the roach speed. He is droning up here as well and grabbing another extractor. So he's moving forward, staying on top of his economy. He is at 32 drones right now to 24 probes, so that economy is rocking and rolling here for Mystic. He absolutely needs this. I mean, it's game point right now for SS. Taking this down is big stuff for him. That will put him back into the running. Roach is doing a pretty decent amount of damage, but all in all, SS is holding on in a pretty big way. Still way behind in the supply count, but he is going to take this opportunity to go for a small counter attack. It appears. What do we have for defense here for Mystic? Not tons. He does have 10 roaches in production. Looks like they're about to start popping. And there we go. There's 5 of them out on the field here momentarily, and 5 more, 6 more will be on the way in just a moment. Burrow about to be complete. His roach speed about to be complete as well. And here comes your small attack from SS. Looks like Mystic should have a good enough defense to make this happen. There's only the 1 sentry in here. Good force fielding is going to be a key for SS in this scenario. Mystic taking this opportunity to chase some units down. Looks like he is indeed going to do very, very well at that. A couple force fields going down. I'm not entirely sure if they were super cost effective, but Mystic seemed to not really care that they went down. He's got a couple more units. Got to get these Lings into the fight. The Ling is getting right up in the face of the Stalkers. That is not what you want as a Stalker. They all do go down except for, well, no, they're all dead now, but the Roach is still doing a lot of damage, doing some great kiting here. Couple more warp-ins here for SS, but may not be enough. It is a GG from SS. Going to take us to a game number 4. Will be SS map choice. We'll see what he's going to choose. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game number 4 will be headed your way here momentarily. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you. It is going to be on GSL's Antigua Station. Nice map here. It is SS map choice here. It is going to be SS and PswMystic battling it out here. Game 4 of this best of 5. Still match point here for SS. The nice thing for him is he got 2 wins very, very early. Mystic trying to make his comeback here. And, I mean, but you know what? The nice thing for SS, as I was trying to explain, is that he does now get map pick. With it being match point and map pick is really, really nice situation for him to be in. Looks like he's going to start out with a good standard opener. Pylon going down here at the ramp. I assume he's going to be walling that off. Probably not going to see him go for Forge here. Generally speaking, that is not the case. But Mystic, on the other hand, spawning up here at the 2 o'clock position. He is our purple Zerg. They are in cross positions, of course. This is GSL's version of the map. It does force cross position spawn. SS still with his standard opener down here at the 8 o'clock position. He is our green Protoss, and going to be working on his wall off here in just a moment, I assume, as well as sending out a scout. Looks like this guy cruising up into the main of Mystic here momentarily. Do see gas going down, so we can expect a pool here momentarily from Mystic. Back over here at SS base, we do have a gateway going down. Very standard opener, no gas quite yet. We'll see where he's going to go from here. And there goes your spawning pool for Mystic. So good stuff. Looks like just what we expected. No shenanigans quite yet from these individuals. But I'll tell you, man, SS putting the pressure on Mystic. This is a great matchup here. These guys are really phenomenal players. And Mystic, I mean, the good thing about him is he'll never ever just quit. He'll never, I can't handle it. Never mind, GG, whatever. He puts in a lot of effort in every single game that he plays, and I think that is extremely admirable. Looks like SS going to be double gassing here. Got it down well before the 3-minute mark. Got both of them saturated ASAP, and he's got also a Cybercore on the way. So it appears to be a good standard opener from him, or at least his standard opener. We've seen this from him several times this evening. Likes that double gas. Should enable him to get a lot of sentries out. I'm assuming that's where he's headed with this. Currently over here at Mystic's Natural, going to be blocking any expansion there for just a little bit. Gas mining, however, has stalled for Mystic, so he is definitely going to be going econ for just a little bit. No super rushes. Wants to grab that Zergling speed, however, that does help him maintain map control and gives him a little bit more survivability and damage per second, I guess, versus stalkers that tend to come over to your base. So good stuff there. Mystic is going to be tossing down his hatchery. Got it down in pretty good time. No new base from Mystic or from SS quite yet. Does have his cyber core on the way, or I mean warp gate technology on the way. No chrono going down on his warp gate technology yet again. Seems like he really likes this play. More sentries from SS. This looks to be a pretty similar build to what we saw in that last game. We'll see how that's going to go for him. But this is a nice map for sentries. There's so many places where you can toss down those force fields. It really can be helpful. Excuse me. Mystic with no new tech quite yet. Still just beefing up his economy. And his hatchery is about to be complete. And back here at uGpSS base, we are just continually chrono boosting out sentries here. Still no expansion from him. He's spending a lot of his resources though. Oh, there's his expansion. I was like, wait a second, where did all his minerals go? Just put it down as I was saying that. So good expansion timing there. Got that down before the 5.5 minute mark, or right around then. But here comes some Zerglings. Looks like he should have decent defenses here. Having to cancel his pylon, that is no fun. Rebuilding it ASAP. SS appears to be in pretty decent shape. Checking in on our units tab. 25, now 27 drones to 24 probes. Mystic starting to take the lead there economically. Not bad. Now SS should be able to catch up. It should be okay. This is not a bad timing for his natural to be taken down. So good stuff there. 2 more gateways going down here on the low ground. Looks like he's going to be walling this sucker off as best as he can. Yeah, he appears to be in good shape. Still the double gas, and he's spending his resources there fairly wisely. He's floating a little bit extra gas, but probably going to see these warped in. Some more sentries warped in. Looks like Mystic going to be cruising forward here. With a couple lings, not going to happen. What a nice wall off there from SS. He should be in a great defensive position for just a little while. Good probe transfer from SS. He is going to go ahead and have these guys begin mining. Always a good thing to do. Remember that. When you do take an expansion, have it start mining ASAP. It is an extremely smart thing to do. Good little defense here from SS. He appears to be in great shape. And, whoa. That's it, though, from SS. I would like to see him choose a tech pattern. Here it is, 8 minutes in. No new tech, and he's just on these 3 gateways, so quite frankly, I'd say is going to start falling a little bit behind. Notice he's going to go ahead and wall this off tightly and push and attack. Now, this is going to be scouted here fairly early. We do see Mystic holding the tower, sending forward a Zergling as well. But you're going to see him tossing down a bunch of spine crawlers. Mystic loves the spine crawlers, guys. That's one thing you will always remember about him. This guy loves to put down spines. And that is a good hold bunch of them. Do have a Spire on the way here for Mystic. Going to be pretty interesting. SS going to be tossing down a pylon. I like the positioning there. It's going to make it harder to attack, but easy for him to warp in. Very close to his attack point. Cancellation, though, however, it looks like he is going to back out. Doesn't feel like he's going to be able to break this many spine crawlers at this point. Now, we do have the Forge out on the field for SS. He is going to be currently working on his +1 attack. Chrono boosting that out. Going to be tossing down a bunch more gateways as well as his Twilight Council about to complete there. Good. What are we going to see from our Twilight? That is the question. We haven't seen any DTs this evening, have we? I'd love to see some DTs. Would love to see some DTs. No, we've seen DTs once. I take that back. Looks like SS finally making his way back to this safe position. He did leave his probe, however, in this forward position. We'll see if he's going to come into play. But backing out here, looks like he should be okay defensively. Probably going to destroy one of these pylons. Probably this one that's getting attacked. Haha. See how smart I am? Cool. Looks like a bunch of sentries, though. My goodness, that's a lot of sentries. 12 sentries out on the field. is working on Blink right now, so going to transition into some Blink play. Chrono boosting out that weapons level 1. Looks like it's going to be complete here in just a little bit. Notice that Mystic is securing a third, as well as sending out some mutas out across the field here. He's got a bunch old of them. Let it begin, and never begins it. And never a once engaged, and never surrender. Showing the veins of rage. I'm not sure if those are the lyrics, but I sung them nonetheless. Okay, so Mystic committing here. Now, I tend to not like this, but I mean, he's killing off a lot of Stalkers. If he feels like he can take it down, I guess it's worth it. But if you can't take these guys down, then it tends to not be cost effective. Stalkers, wow, did a lot of damage there. A lot of mutas went down, and those are very costly units to be losing. So all in all, it should be okay moving forward. Mystic still does have a supply advantage, and securing that third base is going to be extremely effective. Some hallucinated Phoenix going to be cruising out across the field, are going to secure some good old-fashioned scouting. Your Muta's back in action. He did add some more to his Mutalisk numbers. Not a bad little deal. Got to get this gas mining. He needs that gas more than anything else if he's going to continue that Muta production. Good bunch of Lings out on the field as well. Looks like some creep spread here. Just going to be pesky as possible. SS got to be careful. He's only at 98 supply, and PswMystic starting to gear up in a very big way for his army, but he just did a round of drones there. He looks to be in great shape economically. Let's check that units tab real quick. 63 to 44 is indeed in great shape. Oh no! Mystic really loves committing with his mutas. He does have +1, makes them fairly effective, but man, I'll tell you what. If you lose too many mutas, man, you can really cost yourself the game there. Absolutely can cost yourself the game. But he didn't really super overcommit, but I still question whether or not this is cost effective at this point. Now he did take out sentries. Now that was a smart move. So that will enable him to get a lot of Lings in the base that much easier. So I mean, this is a methodical snipe. He knows exactly what he's doing this for. Notice that SS is back down to just the 1 sentry right now and is committing to a lot more Blink Stalkers. If we can get a bunch of Lings in, which he did produce just like 30 Lings just then, you can see these guys cruising out across the field. I mean, he could be able to make this happen. Here comes your harass at the back of the main yet again from Mystic, and he hit that supply line. Blinking forward there. Good Blink SS, going to take down a couple extra mutas. No movement from these Zerglings. Oh, there they go. There they go. Going to be cruising in here. Wants to just make sure there is no base. If there was, he would definitely try and deny it. What the heck? I heard something. Well, we do have a 4th going down for Mystic. It sounded like a Nidosworm for a second, but I guess it was like the sound of this, man. Blinking down to the low ground. SS, though, the trouble for him at this point is he's stuck on 1 base. And stuck on 1 base, on 2 base. Scary versus Zerg, who's really got great map control. But here comes a big attack. Now, he could do a decent amount of damage here. He's got +1 complete on these guys. Currently nothing in production, though, and that is scaring me just a little bit. Here come your Lings and Mutas. It looks as though Mystic wants to go for a base race scenario. He'll be focusing down these photon cannons with the Mutas, taking down that AA as the Zerglings break down the rest of the wall. Looks like he's going to focus down the defenses. Your Blink Stalkers getting right in the mix, blinking right on top of these Spine Crawlers, taking them down in pretty good style. Interesting, but look at this. Mystic should be able to obliterate this entire expansion, if not the entire thing. This base race is not going to go well here for SS. His units completely out of position. The supply count here is favoring Mystic in a very big way. However, SS did make a fairly smart move here. He's splitting his units. And he's taken down all of these bases, trying to be as cost effective here as he can, but these Lings running absolutely wild in this main. We do not have any more unit production capability because guess what? He is out of minerals at this point, not doing any more mining. He's got 580 more minerals for a Nexus, but I don't think he's even got a probe out. Let's just check that units tab. No, he doesn't. He's down to just stocks at this point. And this base race is going extremely well here for Mystic. A lot of mutas and a lot of Zerglings in the mix, taking down all the buildings, and it is about to be GG. All he's got to do is take out these buildings, and that's it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. GG. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Next game, which is Game 5, the tiebreaker, will be coming at you. Gotta love it when it's tied up 2-2 in a best of 5. And that is exactly what we have here. So catch you guys here in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We've got live tournament action coming at you right now. It's going to be on the MLG Shakuris Plateau. This is the finals. ALT-Stracraft's Open Arena Tournament. We have got uGpSS taking on PswMystic. These guys, I'll tell you, this is a good matchup here. Very, very even matchup. Really, really phenomenal play from both of these players here so far. It is tied up 2-2. We are in Game 5 of this best of 5. And it all comes down to this. The difference between the first place and second place cash prize, $5 for second, $15 for the first, as well as an invite to our new monthly tournament. So that is going to be nice stuff. We have a minimum of $150 cash prize pool for that monthly, and a maximum of 32 players in the bracket. Does make it a very interesting one indeed. So people wanting to get into that, I do not blame them. I hope that it's going to kick off very, very well. It's our new kind of monthly tournament setup, and I'm very, very excited for it. But in this game, the tiebreaker, who is going to be the winner? Man, you guys out on the live stream, you're going to have to take bets. I want to see if you think it's going to be Mystic, press 1. If you think it is going to be SS, press 2. Because this is really, really great play here. Mystic is going to be our red Zerg. He is up here in the top right-hand corner. In the bottom left, it is SS, our green Protoss. Good old-fashioned Christmas colors here a couple days after Christmas. That is making me super happy right now. Reminds me of Christmas morning with my cute little children opening Christmas presents and being so excited. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, guys. If you're not married, don't have children, let me tell you, there is nothing in this world that will make you happier than having a wife and children. I can't tell you anything more than that. But I don't know why I got off into that tangent. Maybe it was because of the Christmas colors. It really did remind me of that. Really did remind me of that. But I did break my train of thought on this game, so we'll get back into it. We do have a fast expand here from SS. He is going to be Forge fast expanding. I assume we're going to see a Forge here momentarily. Does get some scouting in on his opponent's base. Does see the timing of the spawning pool, but realizes that he probably is going to be able to make his defense happen. Forge going down. Looks like he is going to get this wall off tight long before Zerglings do make it over here. We don't even have Zerglings. Oh, there we go. We got 2 Zerglings on the way. 2 Zerglings on the way just now. And SS, though, will have his Nexus up and running here in just a little bit. Good stuff. Gas mining here. Ooh, he's back to mining. So he stalled mining there for a second, but back to mining. So it looks like he may go for a rush. Oh, my goodness. I think we're going to see a roach rush here. I honestly do. I think we're going to see a roach rush. But he is... Oh, maybe not. Okay, take it back. So who knows? But he is going to be grabbing his hatchery here. So maybe banelings? Early banelings? But you don't need 3 miners on this gas for banelings. I don't know. I'm mystified. I know that wasn't funny. But I do love Mystic quite a bit, but we do have that Forge Fast Expand. Looks to be pretty good. Good Photon Cannon going down, as well as that Gateway. So should be in solid shape here. No probe transfer, but he is chrono boosting out his economy. There goes the probes. We do see a probe transfer going down here to the low ground. Got to get this guy producing probes, however. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Mystic is 1. So we got Tiny Spider and Mega Good Kid both think that Mystic's going to take this down. Very interesting. Now, SS did win on Saturday. He won Christmas Eve, if I remember correctly. He's the guy who won on Christmas Eve. No, it was Doohan. Never take it back. He's the guy who won last Tuesday. So SS, though, he's a great player. Looks like Pylon's going down here. He's beefing this up. Wondering why. We do have our hatchery. It is morphing into a lair. Just droning up here for Mystic. He did secure that next base, but he has got a lot of gas mining going down. So my guess is we're going to see 2 base tech. Potentially Mutalisks at this point. You're probably going to see him take his second and third, or third and fourth rather. Vespene Geysers here momentarily. We do see SS trying to make it in there for some scouting. Intel does see the space going down. No gas there quite yet. But a Nidus Canal going down here for Mystic. Interesting. He's going to have 2 of these Overlords in position. Looks like, oh, wow. And SS quite honestly does not have any vision of his high ground here. Oh, there he goes. He's starting to put it down right now. Starting to put it down indeed. Knew that that was going to be a problem. Looks like we got Mystic cruising forward with his Overseer. Couple probes here, just kicking it. And here comes your Nidus Worm going for it. Are we going to see some units here for defense? Here come all the probes. Are they going to be able to get the kill before the sucker is complete? We are about to see Lings out on this field. Lings indeed, and here comes another Nidus Worm. These Lings will slow this down here just a little bit. Nobody's going to be attacking this Nidus Worm here for just a moment. More probes being pulled, trying to make this happen. Taking it down, though. Very, very good job. Well played there from SS. Are we going to see another one back here in this back position? I wonder. Nicely done. Wow, I don't know. I mean, that was costly there for Mystic. He is still currently ahead in the supply count, and he's got Groove Spines. That's going to increase that Hydralisk range by 1 on the way, but he's going to be gearing up for what I assume is another try at this. He's still got all of his guys kicking it in this Nidus network. This guy not going to quite make it over there. Here we go. Looks like he is going to try one more time here. Changeling cruising around, wants to figure out what's going on. Too bad, he's going to die. Mystic still ahead in that supply count. Really wants to get Hydras in his opponent's base here, but I just don't think SS is going to let him do it. He's going to be tossing down a bunch of gateways as well as his Templar Archive. Changeling cruising through. SS on top of it here. He's going to be taking those suckers down, man. Doing a phenomenal job. Let's just check in on the economies here. 44 probes right now for SS. Mystic down to 34. So, I mean, he's really gonna have to make something happen with his attack here, unless he just continues to beef up his economy. And currently, he's not doing so. He is just working on Hydras. And Nidus Worm, it is. He's gonna be tossing it down here. Gonna go straight for the kill, right up the main. It's really gonna help him get these units out across the map. Hydras will be a nice unit here, especially since we are heavy into gateway units. Gateway units tend to not be super effective against the Hydralisks, except for Zealots, if you can get the Zealots in range of them. Mystic does have a pretty decent sized little force here. He's going to be working on this wall. Looks like that Cyber Core is going to go down. Oh, got to be careful. Keeping vision there with his Overseer. Smart play. And it's about time for Lings to start streaming in. Nice little play here from Mystic. Good bunch of Archons. Archons actually are super effective against Hydras here. And a Nidus Worm going down up on the high ground. Looks like he should be able to defend this here as well. Nope, not quite. Didn't defend it. Maybe. I don't know. This is tense moment. SS does have a lot of Archons out on the field. 3 of them, and still these Photon Cannons going to be extremely effective. However, he did unpower them there, and here come your Lings. Going to be getting in there. Now, the Archons are the key here. He's going to have to figure out how to focus down these Archons without getting Lings on, just obliterated, because they will absolutely obliterate those Lings. You can see that splash damage taking them out very, very quickly. Supply counts are fairly even. Mystic got to be careful, though. Blink being utilized there. SS making a great play. Looks like a Mystic is going to have to back out. It's going to be loading these guys up into his Nidus Worm, and out they go up to the high ground. Nice little switcheroo there. Beautiful little play. This might make a big deal here, but look at that. SS very wise to be getting out that blink. Going to be blinking forward and taking down a whole bunch of units, and your Nidus Worm is now gone. Dead to the world, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Mystic now behind in the supply count. Got to be extremely careful as he moves forward here. Blinking forward, and it looks like Mystic going to lose this Nidus network. Wow. great play here from SS. He's going to be cruising forward and gearing up for a potential win here. I'll be honest, I mean, this does not look good for Mystic at this point. He's going to be grabbing his Roach Warren. Absolutely needs it at this point. Wow. Can't even tell you how exciting this game is, man. Here comes your Blink Stalkers. They'll be cruising forward. There's not tons for defense here. Hydralisk's in the back. Should be okay here for just a moment. But blinking forward right on top of the Hydras. Taking them down there, focusing them down, and here comes some Zealots as well. This is not looking good for Mystic. It does look like Mystic could end up having to GG here. He got his Roach Warren out on the field, but there it is. GG, it does not matter. Thank you guys for coming out. What a wonderful game. SS will be the first entrant in our monthly tournament. Mystic will be taking home a cash prize as well, however, but congratulations to SS are absolutely in order. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab. Always on StarCraft. We'll catch you guys next time.